Social media is something that every one of us needs to be able to do. We've got so many things that are changing so quick, and one of the things I love about working for Melrose is that I get to talk to you store owners and kind of find out what's working for you, what's not working for you, and they actually allow me to do some experiments that I can then share with you. I was just recently in Atlanta. I got to talk to a great customer who is out of Ohio. She just said right out, I need to talk to you. I need to talk to you right now because I need some help. I'm trying to handle all my social media and I can't do it all. And so it's overwhelming for many of you. And so we've decided here at Melrose, we're going to put together a series where we're going to help you to break down the actual how to do it. And I'm going to use my phone and I'm going to use my clips and I'm going to show you from start to finish how you can utilize your social media platforms just a little bit better without it taking all of your time, because we know you've got a store to run, you've got many things to do, many hats to wear within your own business, but you need a little bit of help. And so we're going to go through all kinds of little tips and tricks that I use so that I'm not sitting at the computer day in and day out and I'm not attached to my phone all of the time. Let's talk about how often social media changes. It changes monthly. Sometimes I will do something on one day, I wake up the next day, I get ready to do it, they've changed something on the social media platform. They never tell us when these changes are coming. We never know what they're going to be. Not to mention that, let's talk about TikTok for a second. TikTok is new since I saw you guys at Home and Garden, and many of you are like, I want to look at TikTok, I want to spend some time on there, but I don't want to be producing my own TikToks, and I can't make movies. You know, that's not something that I can do on TikTok. Well, don't worry. I'm going to show you how you can do a TikTok and why it is so much easier to do TikTok than it is to do Instagram. Now, I'm an Instagram fan, I'm a Facebook fan, and I've been doing the marketing for a long time on those platforms. But I will tell you, when I made my first TikTok video, I downloaded it and I put it over on Instagram and I loved their tools. But everything starts with making sure that your photo library and your video library is packed and ready to go. So when we're ready to create, we can get right into it. So let's talk about how to take your clips with your phone. Okay, so let's talk about actually getting the video clips put together and made. So you're just going to open your camera. You're going to click on over into video. Now the first thing you're going to notice is there's automatically a grid on here, and this is your guide so that as you're recording you can see the lines right there, right there. So you have the top third, the middle third, and the bottom third. The top 2/3 makes a square, and that's where you're wanting your product to be shot. Everything in this frame is going to be visible. So let's say we're going to do this bow right here. I want to make sure that I'm lining up the bow in the top 2/3 of this shot. Then I'm going to push my video button and I'm going to give it just a little bit of movement, either forward or backward. And I'm going to let it go for 5 seconds. That makes a great little clip. Now you're going to have a little bit of wobble, even with my little holder here, a little wobble when you touch start and when you touch stop. And so then later, if you want to cut those little wobbles off, if they're too bad, you're going to have at least a second on the front and a second on the end and have a 3-second clip that you can use for your TikTok or for your reels or your shorts. They're where it's all at right now is social media. Let's give you another example. Let's do one more, okay? Let's do this sweater. So if the sweater ornament's what I want, I'm going to touch it. It doesn't matter if I'm talking because I'm going to take the audio off here in just a second, and I'm just going to pull. Give me just a little bit of movement, but I'm keeping that sweater in the top part there, ready to go. Now, I just said I was going to strip that audio sound off because I don't know how I'm going to put this together, if I'm going to voice over the top or what I'm going to do. Okay, so when I'm shooting things, I like to shoot several clips at one time with a certain theme. And so then when I'm ready to go back and work on them, I kind of know where they're at. I'm going to go into my photos and into my recents, and there's my little sweater one. So let's open him up. And when we're here, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to edit. And when you push the edit button, the first thing you see is this little sound thing up here. And I'm going to go ahead and turn so I can make it work. And we turn the sound off. So that strips all the audio off of my clip. So if I decide I want to use this as a standalone and add something to it, or if I want to do a voiceover for myself, it's not going to have any background. So when you see me shooting in the showroom, I don't care what's going on in the background because I'm going to immediately strip that off, and then I'm going to make sure that I save it. I'm going to click done. The other thing you can do when you're in there on the edit, let's say I said something about that little wobble. Remember how there's always a little bit of a wobble at the front? Did you see that little woo-woo? Okay, so I want to just take it and drag it just a little on the ends, and now I want to play it. Not as much wobble. We've got the movement coming out, but I got rid of my wobble. I'm going to just push done, and I'm going to save it. I'm going to save that video. and the sound is permanently gone, and the wobbles are permanently gone. Okay, we had a marketing meeting last October where we were talking about TikTok. TikTok is exploding. Users absolutely love it. And one of the reasons they love it is for something that you probably don't realize. That's because it's so intelligent. Their platform is a lot smarter than what we see on Facebook or Instagram. Well, how do I know that? Because I opened an account in October and I started playing with a little bit. I'm going to show you some things that I did. So the first thing, of course, download the TikTok app. I have an account that is under my personal name. And so you'll see I just have a few little videos in here that I've taken for Melrose. My little daughter at her band concert. I got a story about that. So I started with some home and garden things because I had them in my camera roll. And I wanted to learn how to do some of these fast, really cool little videos like this one. I mean, fancy little music on there, but I don't know how to put something like that together, so I didn't want to do that, right? So how do you do it? You use the templates that are available for TikTok. And then TikTok itself uses artificial intelligence to then look at every picture that you include in every clip of the product. And then if you like that, it shows you other products that are very similar. That's a very smart platform. It isn't just looking at keywords or what you type as text or looking for hashtags. It's actually looking at the product itself and finding matches. That is brilliant. That is going to help you out tremendously. And I think this is something that's going to help us out on Instagram and on Shorts, because this tech, even though it's light years beyond what Meta has right now, this is something that I've seen since October even, that Instagram is trying to keep up with. They're creating templates for you. They're making it easier to edit. They're making it easier to add your clips in there. And so to me, TikTok is an incredible resource just because of the way that it works for us and the things that it's able to do. That little picture that I had of my daughter, and I was just playing with this. This is not a Melrose account. Keep that in mind. We're wholesalers, so we're not looking at thousands of people to follow us. See this one right here? Okay, so she was messing around after a band concert, but she's wearing like a little ugly Christmas sweater and some little reindeer antlers there. We're going to turn that off real quick because she's annoying me, but back. So what happened when I placed this is all of a sudden I started to get, for myself as a consumer, pictures of ugly Christmas sweaters. And I thought, I didn't type ugly Christmas sweater in there for TikTok. How did it know? Because it actually picked that up on her and then started feeding to me things that I might want to watch. Their platform is very, very intelligent, and it does everything in a blink of an eye. It doesn't even take it very long. I can put together this one that I did with the LED globes that we had in Atlanta, and all of a sudden it started showing me other types of string lights and globes that are available. It was that quick. It happened not the next day, it happened within the next few seconds. It started feeding me that way. That's why TikTok is so popular, because the person that is using TikTok sees all of the things that they like, because as soon as they spend any amount of screen time scrolling and stopping, it learns from them. Okay, so I told you it's really easy to use, and you can do one of two different things. One, I create in TikTok and then I just take it and I upload it to Shorts, or I upload it to Instagram. Or I really like right now using the Instagram Reels templates and then uploading and then just putting that video over to TikTok. If you're doing all your social media for your store and you're like, I don't have time to add TikTok to my life, it's okay. I'm going to show you how to download your videos and then just upload them over to TikTok. So right now, I have to open it with my face. If I wanted to add, I'm just going to push the plus sign, and then I'm going to click over here. And then let's just say I wanted to add, let's add this one that I have. I did this one last night where we were pretending like we were at the Oscars and we were winning. This was so much fun for Ken and I. So this is one that's 45 seconds long. Let's just say I want to trim it because there was a couple seconds there on the front that I didn't want to have. And then I want to do next because I don't want an audio. I'm going to come up here and it's time to type in my title. This is tip number 1. I can't type like this. I usually have to have my glasses with me, which I have in my case, to be able to put anything in there. I'm going to use the World Globe shortcut, and I'm going to show you how to download this. And then that's where I have all of my shortcuts. So top Vegas items, I'm going to push that button. Look what happened. There's my title. I did not have to type on my little phone. I'm going to return a couple spaces. I'm going to throw some hashtags in there for Melrose. I'm going to touch the screen so it's no longer gray and it's white. And I'm going to post it. So I'm posting one right now. You can see the little It's getting ready to post. I'm gonna click over onto my profile, and there it is. There it is. We made a TikTok. We just posted a TikTok today. It is that simple and easy to use. So whatever you're using to record or create on, it's that fast to post it. Okay, so you don't have to have a young person to learn how to do this. That's really important for you guys to know. I'm 50 years old. Am I the super techie? No. Am I a social media expert? I am not a social media expert. You know why? Because no one is. So since it changes so rapidly and so fast, there's not enough time to become an expert before they're going to change something else. But for right now, today, this is how this works. If you want to go into TikTok, I have to keep doing my code here. You want to start making your own TikTok. You're just going to hit the plus sign, and then you're going to have the upload button. So let's just say we want to have multiple. See that little circle right there? We took some pictures. We took that bow. Here's another one. Here's the sweater one. Let's just say we want 3 clips. They're going to show up down here. I've got a 6-second one, 7-second one, and 9-second. That's probably too long, because the shorter they are, the quicker they are, actually the more successful they are. And I can show you some examples. We had one we did for Melrose recently where it went bam, 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 partials of seconds put together in a clip. And you know what? That was our most viewed, and people stayed with it and watched to the very end. When it's one clip and it's going nicely and smoothly, they don't watch all the way to the end. They look at it and they scroll on down and they watch something else. So to make a TikTok from scratch here on TikTok, it's going to tell you some music that they think matches, that's trending and is ready for you. So if that's acceptable to you, you just click next. You're going to put your description in here. Again, I'm going to use the world globe shortcut here. And by the way, there's your keyboard. There's the world globe. That's where I'm going to record, you know, what I'm going to have for my headlines and what I'm going to use. Top Vegas products right there. Hashtags right there. This is going to be gray. And so in order for you to get to where you can enter it, you just tap it and that part goes away, and we're ready to post. So we didn't clip anything there. We just did 3 straight. Let's go back. Let's do it over. Let's say, okay, you said you were going to clip them. So let's do the same ones. Okay, next. Okay, and then I want to come over here and edit. So let's say I don't like that. So there's the music track down below, and here is the top that I have available. I'm going to drag the whole thing over, and I'm going to go, just make it a little shorter. Well, maybe with my finger. There we go. So I'm just going to drag it a little bit shorter so that that track's shorter. This one in the middle, let's just make it a little shorter. And if I wanted to, I could even cut these in half or cut them wherever I wanted to and change those up a little bit. I just want to make a shorter TikTok like that. The music track is right down below. I'm good to go. I'm going to go out of the adjusting. I'll make sure that it's what I want. Okay. I don't want to add any more, so I just wanted to click on that real quick and save. So now I'm saved. Let's say I don't like that music. Terrible music. It's driving me crazy. This is going to tell you all the trending ones. How about Let It Snow? Can you hear that? We got some sound here. Okay, that's acceptable. I got snow in there. It already knew. TikTok's that smart. It already knew there was snow in this picture right here. So I like that one. So I'm going to use it. And then I'm just going to touch here. That's the key. This is open and you're ready. You're done. You've already selected it. You just touch back on there. And then you go to next. And you're going to put your title in here. And I'm going to use my shortcut again. There we go. Top Vegas, return. I want to put a little space in there. Hashtags. I'm ready to go. I'm going to touch off that gray. Post. That was that one that I don't like that's playing. And then the new one is going to load right after the top of that. Okay, so we did 2 really quick TikToks there. We want to make sure we're on this with the little, you know, where you can see them kind of thing. We're going to go to profile, and then here they are. So they have 0 views so far because we just loaded them. There's the last one we did. With the snow is, you know, well, the weather outside is frightful. Okay, we like that one. That one I really like. I would never end the other one. I'm just doing it for an example for you, okay? So if I scroll down, there's the other one that I didn't like. I really hated that one. And then you're going to go back to some of the other ones that we've done, and you can always scroll down and see yours. Okay, Now, look at this one right here. This one right here that says 247 views. Now again, this is not on Melrose's page. This is in TikTok, and this is someplace where we have 0 followers. You may be thinking, how did 247 people see a video when there's no followers? Because it says right here in this one, trending music about flowers, right? So if you're someone that enjoys flowers, it's going to show this to you whether I have followers or not. And again, that's the beauty of TikTok and why it is working magically for so many of our retailers. This is something that I use a trending track. I wanted to experiment with this. Does it make a huge difference if you're using trendy audio? It has not been my experience that something will go skyrocketing just because of the music track that you happen to have. I think more than anything, making sure that it is an upbeat track, a fast track, and making sure that it's, you know, not too old at the same time. But if you're going for the top 10 or 20 tracks in the country, is it going to make you viral? It's probably not. Okay, one more thing about TikTok, because we have to talk about this. This is really important. Can 30,000 people see your store's TikTok that you make? Absolutely. If you have the right images and it happens to be something that 30,000 people in the whole world want to see and want to know about, it's going to reach them. But you have to ask yourself is, will those people shop in my store? And so there's a big difference between going viral and being trendy and making sure that you're actually successful with your social media for your particular business. So that's the only thing I'm going to caution you on. 30,000 views is only good if at least, 3,000 of them come to your store and shop, or maybe even 300 that came to your store and shop. So make sure that you always keep that in mind. Your goal is not to be trendy, and your goal is not to be on TikTok. Your goal is to make sure that you're making more money.